Here we are. Okay. Hey, everyone. How is everybody doing this evening? So I'm going to do about a 20-minute live stream here. It's easier, just so you guys know, the reason I'm doing the live streams. If I try to upload a video, it takes about 3.5 hours with the internet in the hotel. So it's easier to do the live stream and talk about whatever topic we're going to talk about. And then I get to chat with you guys too, which is also very cool. So that's why we're doing this. And of course, this was Heather's suggestion because she is a very smart young lady. So we're going to be talking about the CMEs that are headed to Earth. And what, Heather? Because you're smart. I know, I said that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got to bring this up first. I got to bring this topic up first. I got to tell you, I'm very upset today. Very, very upset. With a lot of the comments, to be honest with you. A lot of you were saying how wonderful Heather's hair looks and how it looks really, really nice. But you've not made any mention of my hair. And I'm going to tell you what. It takes a lot to get it like this. And nobody says anything about my hair. And I'm heartbroken that you're not noticing. It's really hurtful, to be honest with you. This is a unique look, and it takes a lot of time to style it this way, So I want you to realize that there's much effort put into this. So anyway, before we jump into the video really quickly, I did want to mention my beard looks really good. Thank you. I want to mention my website really, really quickly to get that out of the way. I want to talk about we are doing our sale right now on my website at preppernurse1.com. The Legacy freeze-dried food is on sale. It's 20% off right now. So if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it will drop down. You'll see Legacy Foods. If you click on that, if you decide to make a purchase of the Legacy Foods on my website, you will save 20% when you check out. It will come off automatically. So I don't, here's, okay. So, we got to talk about this eyebrow. We'll talk about that in a second. I'll tell you what happened. So very sad too, that I'm pathetic when it comes to that stuff. So I got to tell you what happened, but anyway, so what happened was, so anyway, if you go there, the Legacy freeze-dried food is 25-year shelf life. It is GMO free. There's gluten options available. It is vegan. There is beef and chicken available to buy separately. So definitely take advantage of those things. And again, when you check out, 20% savings, and that's going to go on until the 6th of June. Okay, so just putting that out there ahead of time. So I got to tell you about the eyebrow real quick, and then we're going to get into the topic, I do promise. So if you guys see here, okay, my eyebrow actually normally goes down to here. So my eyebrows, they get crazy long hairs. So I take the clippers, and I'm just basically an open hair clipper, and I'm trying to clean up my eyebrows, and I went, and so that's why that looks bad like that. But whatever, there's not much I can do. So no, I don't have the unibrow, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I definitely took part of my eyebrow off. I don't really care. So it happens. But I have noticed that. I'm like, ay. Okay, so let's talk about the CMEs coming off the sun. So this isn't anything new. Okay, this is not a new thing, and a lot of it depends on where they hit the Earth. The Earth has, obviously, it's like a magnetic shield around the outside, but it's the best way to describe it. And so when these coronal mass ejections come off of the sun, and it's like an energy storm, it's a radiation energy storm that comes in, and it hits that shield, and a lot of it is bounced off, and it goes off around the planet. So we're not catching as much of that as we normally are. Now, anybody that knows your history knows that in the 1800s, it was 1812 or 1814, something like that. We had a massive solar storm hit the Earth, a direct hit on Earth. And at that time, the telegraph lines, they all burnt up. It really affected everything. Now, we didn't have the infrastructure and stuff that we have now. If we have that kind of a hit today, you're looking at a grid down situation for the planet, depending on where it's going to hit and stuff like that. So it could be very, very catastrophic. But we have these come in all the time. So I don't want people to think that, oh my God, this one is going to be different. It's going to be worse than the rest. Now, again, it really depends on the severity of it. And these three that are coming are pretty good size ones, just being honest, okay? They are three pretty good size ones. But they're also, could it affect things? Absolutely, it could. Yeah, BP Earthwatch and Suspicious Observer, they were talking about a power plant in Australia that recently got hit by a solar flare. That actually, the last solar flare hit in 1989 and shut down the entire city of Quebec. Yeah, but I'm talking about a major one. That one, yes, I remember that one that hit in '89. But I'm talking, yeah, and that cut that power off in that area. But we're talking about something when the one in the 1800s affected a lot of the United States. So that's what we're talking about. And again, it really depends on where it hits. Now, what happens is too, and actually me and Asif were having a conversation earlier about this, but what happens as well, when that is hitting that outer atmospheric shield, per se, and that's probably the best way to describe it. It's a shield around the planet. When it hits that, it vibrates, or there's a vibration with that, which affects the Earth's core, which is solid, either it's solid or liquid metal. They're not 100% sure. But what happens is that affects that, which causes more vibrations back out, which causes movement in the tectonic plates, which means we would be looking at major increases of earthquake activity. So that is something that would be more of a concern. And the last swarm that we had was the 21st and the 22nd, I believe, and there was an uptick in earthquake activity within like a day or two after that. And you had a lot of higher, 6.0 and higher earthquakes as a direct result of that. So everything has a direct or indirect effect on everything else. So I think the core is made of cheese. I like that, Jason Smith. Okay. Now listen, just because they've made certain things legal, you got to slow down. Okay, take it easy. But yeah. So it's just these things are. Could we have something major happen? Let me put it like this. Will we have something major happen with a CME at some point? Most likely, yes. The chances are very, very good, depending on what the coronal mass ejection is, how bad it is, how devastating it is, and again, where it hits the Earth. If we catch a direct hit, it can do a lot of damage, because it will just fry everything. It's the same exact effect as an EMP. So it's definitely something that would be a game changer. And we are very, very reliant on the grid and the power system, as we know. So that's not a good situation. Not a good situation at all. But hold on a second. I want to read that comment. Predicted storm levels for the next 3 days: May 25th, 1G minor; May 26th, 2G moderate; May 27, 1G minor. So that's Breakaway Homesteader just said that. Yeah, so again, even though we have the solar flares coming, these are not predicted to be devastating as far as electrical part goes. But again, when they do hit, it definitely causes that reverberation, which is going to definitely cause the planet to move, and we're going to definitely have increased earthquake activity again. So can it affect electronics? How does it affect the human body? You know what? That's a very good question, actually. I'm not the one to answer that question because I don't know all the ins and outs about that. I know that we're made up of energy as well. So I definitely think that it would affect us as well. All the volcanoes in the U.S. have been going nuts for the last 17 days. And there's another thing with it too. With that increase of earthquake activity, it can definitely affect the volcanoes as well, which is kind of scary, because obviously we know we have many super volcanoes in the United States, Yellowstone being the most famous one. But there's a lot of them out in California and stuff too. And if those things go, That's a game changer. That's the end of the world as we know it changer. That's what those things are. So those are things that we definitely got to be paying attention to and be very, very careful about. Guys, we got what, 507 in the chat. We're at 169 on the thumbs up. If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel as well. And thank you for that reason as well. Of course, the third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's just a little fun game that we like to do. So thank you for doing it for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So I just want to let you guys know tomorrow I'm going to try, because we're leaving where we're at tomorrow, and we're going to go to a different location and check out a different area of West Virginia for land. So if anybody knows, yes, I'm in a hotel. I'm not home. I am in West Virginia with Heather, and we are looking for a second property down here in West Virginia. So we're leaving the area that we're at right now. We're leaving tomorrow. I'm going to try to find another place. So wherever we're going to stay tomorrow, I will do a normal, I'll try to do, hey, Asif, I'm back. All right, good to see you back, my friend. I'm hoping that work is slowing down for you. I know you've been very, very busy. What we're going to try to do is I'll try to get a quick stream out earlier in the day, and I'm going to do my normal live stream tomorrow night. So I will do my 8 o'clock to 9:20 normal live stream on Wednesday night, hopefully wherever we are, if they have halfway decent Wi-Fi. So that is the, that is the game plan. I got to tell you guys, okay, and I was just talking to my buddy Eric about this, and he has property down here in West Virginia. And he was talking about the real estate agents down here in West Virginia. And he goes, and they have one speed, a lot of them. Not all of them, of course, can't put everybody into one category. Their speed is slow, okay? Well, being a New Yorker, I'm a go, go, go kind of guy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I had calls out to the local people here, talked to 3 different real estate agencies down here, and they were like, oh yeah, we're going to check into stuff for you and we'll get back to you. And I have heard from none of them. So I do have a couple of other people from West Virginia that I've been speaking with, and they're trying to help me out and stuff like that. And like I said, tomorrow we're going to be on the move. And I'm actually looking, we're going actually, so Bill 23799 says, move to Greenbrier Resort. I hear they have an awesome prepper bunker. That's cool. We are actually going to look tomorrow. We're going to be down in Greenbrier County and also Monroe County tomorrow. We're going to look for that area down there. And so we're going to be that part of, which is really close and borders Virginia. So it is the, actually I will tell you, hold on a second, because I got it even marked here in my thing. Right in the Allegheny Mountains, both of those are right there. And so we're looking at that, which is near the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. So I really want the high elevation. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm hoping that we can find that, the CMEs are supposed to hit actually tomorrow, later tonight and tomorrow. That's when they're calling for the CMEs to be hitting Earth. Now, again, it really will depend on where it hits, with what effect it would have on us. Like if we had a direct hit, leave New York and New York will do okay. Oh yeah, I'm not even worried about that part. If we make this move, I just want people to understand. We make this, first of all, I have to find a piece of property that I want to buy. Got to buy the piece of property. Then what I want, my initial game plan is to come down this winter to work on the new property. Okay. Keeping the other property right now, not putting it up for sale yet, seeing where we're at. It may take a year or two, work on infrastructure down here, and then still keeping the property in New York and doing that. So, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, time is going to tell. There's no telling what's going to happen. And so we're just kind of keeping that ball open for right now. Ultimately, the game plan would be to sell the property in New York and move down here full time, ultimately. But that may be 2 to 3 years down the road before we make that move. Now, does that mean that I will spend all my time in New York? No. I would probably, the way I would do it is 2 speeds in mountain country, slow and slower. Yeah, it seems that way, unfortunately. Lots of West Virginia has lots of ice and snow. Again, Gloria, it's funny, when people talk about that, I actually have to laugh. I really do, because I live in New York and we get a lot of snow. We get, all that type of stuff up there. Any further south I go, it's not going to be as bad as New York. So if we moved another 400 miles south of where we are at right now, it's going to be better. So even if we got snow, if I move down here and we still got snow in the wintertime and, we got a little bit of ice, I don't care. I don't care. It won't be like New York. And that's the whole game plan, we would be able to get gardens in sooner and do all that type of stuff. Now, and again, depending on the soil, we can always work on things, and that's what we would be doing. You know what I mean? So it's a new adventure, something different. I definitely have wanted to get out of New York for a very, very long time. I left New York when I was 27 years old with no intention of ever coming back. And I was gone for a year. I lived in North Carolina, absolutely loved it. Beautiful state, had a great time down there, just absolutely enjoyable, okay? But what happened was family issues happened back here in New York, and I came back to New York. Well, I'm not in New York right now, but I went back to New York, and that's why we moved back, or I moved back. And I planned on being back in New York 6 months, and 20 plus years later, I'm still living in New York. But, my daughter is a couple of years away from graduating from college, and then I'm sure she's going to be living her life and doing what she wants to do. So, we're just going to see how it all goes. So, but, that's where we're at. And so, for right now, if we get a property down here, we're going to keep both. We're going to see if that works logistically. Down the road, the game plan is to sell the property in New York and move down here full time. So, but, yeah, it's going to hit it's tonight and tomorrow is when they're saying the CME is going to be hitting. So again, it's just something to definitely pay attention to. Yeah, Heather's growing fast. Yes, she has. She's, come over here and say hello real quick before we jump off of here. So, because we're going to jump off here in a couple of minutes, guys. I'm just going to do a quick 20 minutes on here for right now. So there's Heather. Say hello.
Hello.
So there you are. But anyway, like I said, somebody made a great comment earlier. They said if the CME hits and and something happens with a CME, there's nothing we can do about it anyway, because there really isn't. All we can do is continue to be as prepared as the best that we possibly can be, and hope that we can ride out any type of situation. So, should the grid go down, make sure you're prepared for that. Yeah, you just try to do, none of us are ever going to be 100% prepared no matter what the situation is, whatever ends up happening. Nobody's ever going to be 100% prepared for any of that. No matter how much you prep, the rich who have unlimited resources are never going to be fully prepared, because again, the rich are not practicing what they preach. They may have a lot of stuff, they don't know how to use it. You know what I mean? People that are actually, outgrowing their own food and doing those things and learning skills. Honestly, the egg count, I don't know. I did not talk to, I'll give you yesterday's egg count, and tomorrow I will give you today's, because I got to talk to my sister again. But yesterday's egg count ended up being 9. That's what they ended up with yesterday. So I don't know today's yet. She gave me a number, but it wasn't the end of the day, so I don't want to give you wrong information. So, but anyway, guys, so I will give you tomorrow, or today's egg count tomorrow. I will let you guys know. All right. But what does your shirt say, Heather?
I don't know if I can say it. It's a little inappropriate.
Oh, boy.
It's not family friendly. I'm sorry.
That's why you're covered it up?
Yeah, that's why I've been standing like this.
See.
Whoops.
She's
it's
naughty.
It's a sarcastic shirt. I'm sorry.
Well, you can show it. If she can show it, they can read it, and that's.
It's from an artist that I like that doesn't make shirts anymore. I just thought it was funny. So definitely not family friendly.
That's funny. So that's, yeah.
So thank you for all the kind words that everyone's been saying.
But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for right now. Again, tomorrow night I will do my normal hour and 20-minute stream. I'll try to do a quick jump in and do a live stream some point during the day tomorrow before then. So look for those as well. And
that went dark fast.
that one, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's why I was covering it.
She has a twisted sense of humor like her father. So that's how that goes. But anyway, I am going to jump off of here, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll try to do a quick stream during the middle of the day, and then we're definitely going to be live streaming, doing our normal hour and 20-minute live stream tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Okay, so look for those. Hopefully we can be someplace where they have internet and we can have a decent connection.
And I do like Breaking Benjamin. I used to listen to them a lot when I was younger.
All right, so remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. We're one race called the human race, and as soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow's not guaranteed. Ed, call the realtor early and tell them you're on your way. Yeah, well, I'm just going to show up in the office. I think that's the way we're going to do it. So I just, we're going to surprise whoever we decide to see. It'll be easier, trust me. Also remember, guys, STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that is going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. All right? Keep prepping, guys. Continue to get ready. Again, we never know when that event is going to be. There's not going to be any kind of written notice. So when it does happen, it's going to happen. And we just got to be as ready as we can be for when that time comes. All right? I will see you all later. And wish us luck on our hunt for land. We would appreciate that. So I will see you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.
And Heather.
And Heather. Sorry, and Heather. That's funny.